They going after Shannon Sharpe. Let's talk about it. I'm not saying this is a conspiracy officially, but somebody got some explaining to do. We just heard word that Shannon Sharpe is getting sued for allegedly SA and the R word, a particular woman that he was dating from the years of, I believe, 2022 and 2023. Now, the alleged reports is saying that he was very manipulative. He forced her to do things. You know what I'm saying? There's audio of him saying things that are in a violent manner. They also are saying allegedly that there's video of actual acts of him doing the R word. You know what I mean? This is crazy. Now, y'all already know me. Like this is a music channel. You know what I mean? I'm in music. And I know y'all asking yourself, like, why is Polly Rob covering something in sports and he's a music guy? Well, if you check out my stories, I'm always covering sports, whether I'm talking about bets, whether I'm talking about, the games that's on, stuff like that, because it's a part of my life. Like, I like to get on Prize Picks or Underdog Fantasy, do my thing. But aside from that, this particular topic is relative to music because for the past couple of months and years, we've been seeing, people in the music industry go through these same types of situations. Whether they're guilty or not, it's a case-by-case basis. But this type of stuff happens in any industry. And it's very serious. And it's just something that we have to be mindful of, especially if you're somebody that's a creator in the industry. You have to be mindful that this can happen to you. This can be you. Now, there's not a lot of facts with this situation, but I definitely want to come on here and just give, my opinion, so to speak. And I'm using opinion very lightly. I don't know the facts, so I'm not going to speak anything in a factual nature. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I just got to be real. But what I can speak to is how important it is to be able to secure yourself, from things that may occur, especially when you're dating and you're a public figure. You know what I mean? You have whether it's a hot record you got that's buzzing, or it's, you on TV every day. Whatever you're doing, you have to be mindful that there's people watching you. There's people plotting on you. There's situations that you don't need to be in. Period. Now, the one thing that we love from Shannon Sharpe is the fact that he's the utmost honest and real. That's what we get from watching his shows. Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, being on ESPN First Take. We enjoy Shannon Sharpe's dialogue, his presence, because we believe that the things that he's saying is coming from a true and honest place. Whether it's, whether his opinion you don't agree with or not, you feel like he's like giving you what he really feels. And that's what we like about Shannon. Some of the other personalities and things like that, sometimes they do things for the clickbait. They do things, just to get a rise out of people. With Shannon, we kind of think like, yo, he's keeping it 100. He's saying what he feel, whether he feel like he right or not, right? So in the midst of that, we've seen him go viral from his show Club Shay Shay. We've seen the Nightcap. We've seen Shannon and Ocho talk about some really, really personal things, whether it's sex, whether it's relationships, breakups, why they think the way they do. They really get into it. Aside of them covering sports and giving their opinions on that, towards the later part of each episode, they get questions from the fans and they really dig deep. Now, why is that important? it's important because when he was on FS1 with Skip, we would only think that, you know, Shannon is coming from a perspective of this or that or this. You know what I mean? When he got with Ocho on Nightcap, we started to gradually see that he really believes some of these takes on a personal level. He's giving you all of him. He's giving you all of him. And with this alleged allegations that's coming out, they're going to try to use some of those things that he said in Nightcap on a personal level, on a sexual level, things like that. They're going to try to use that against him. They're going to try to use the allegations of him being aggressive on FS1, you know, talking to people crazy behind the scenes and things like that. The things that they used to accuse him of at his previous networks, they're going to try to use that in this case. You know, Shannon Sharpe went on his personal page and issued a statement. And he's saying that it's a money grab. To be perfectly honest, in my opinion, I think it's a money grab too. I think it's a money grab. I think that, you know, the lawyer, what is his name, Bugsby or whatnot, he just did it with Jay-Z. He was trying to get Jay-Z out of some millions. You know what I mean? He's trying it again with Shannon Sharpe, which, might I add, he's due for $100 million deal, you know, with, I believe, the network or a particular company that wants to take on his media, Shay Media. He's due for $100 million. In the alleged, you know, allegations, the Jane Doe, because she's listed as a Jane Doe, the Jane Doe wants $50 million for what she alleged happened to her. She wants $50 million. All around the same time that he's about to get $100 million for the work that he's put in. I don't know what's true. I can't give a verdict. It's not my place. I'm not a judge. But do I think it's a money grab? Yes. But in my opinion, if Shannon is guilty of anything, I think he's guilty of two things. I think he's guilty of organically putting his personal life on display by the stunt that happened with the Instagram Live, where he was having sex on the Instagram Live, and then also having conversations on Nightcap about his personal life. Not saying that this happened, but when you talk about your personal life on air, there's people that's either close to you or feel like they know you or don't even know you at all. There's people who can start to piece together certain parts of your life to develop some type of a story. Oh yeah, he used to go dwell over here because he was saying that in this particular episode. Oh, he deals with these type of women and does this to women in this episode. They can possibly start gathering these pieces of information and say, hey, I got something. I got a case. Throw a little sprinkling in between. Who knows? I'm not saying that this Jane Doe has done that. But what happens when you put your personal life on display, you become subject to how people interpret your life as you speak it. And then when you get caught on IG Live doing sexual things, they can use that against you. It can be in your favor, like, oh yeah, Shannon Sharpe going crazy. He going crazy. But it can also be to your detriment if people try to use it in a negative way. I think that is the only two things that he's guilty of. What he put on public display, and I feel like, well, the other thing is, I think he's guilty of just being a freak. He being a sexual freak, yo. When he talks about those things on Nightcap, people could agree or disagree. But he's trying to paint a picture of what he does, you know, in the bedroom. He got a sponsorship with those pills. You know, I'm pretty sure when he got the sponsorship with those pills, they were saying, hey, it wouldn't hurt for you to talk about some of your sexual experiences. It'll probably help people want to buy these D pills. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he started to implement that. I don't know if the IG live sexual antics was staged or whatnot. I don't know. But one thing I do know is he started to slowly start to talk about the sexual innuendos that was happening. And that's not nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with that. Except for when people try to use that against you and put allegations against you. You are a public figure, Shannon Sharpe. And plus, we are all sinners. So they're going to try to use the things that you say honestly and openly. They're going to try to use it against you to get at you if they have ulterior motives. I want to know what y'all think in the comments. Put it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the situation. When it comes to facts, I want to be honest. I have absolutely no facts. But I do think somebody got some explaining to do, because this sounds like a shakedown to me. And I'm going to stand on that until the truth comes out. It sounds like a shakedown to me. And I want to give a message to all my creators and people who are public figures. Watch the things you do with the people you do it with. Watch the things you do with the people that you do it with. For real, man. This is a terrible situation. I hope it all comes out that Shannon Sharpe, somebody that we idolize in a certain context, with him being great at what he does with his career. We hope these things are not true. We pray these things are not true. This is another black man that has reached the highest of high levels. And we don't want something like this to be true. And y'all know what it is if it is true. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the side I will stand on if it is true. But as of right now, in my opinion, I think it's just a shakedown. I hope he gets through it. I hope his family gets through it. And I hope the person who's basing these allegations, I hope that if this is not true, I hope that they go get help. I hope that they go get help. I'm going to follow this case as I go. I do want to do a part 2. I'm not going to do a part 2 on this situation, but I am going to do an episode that talks about the miseducation of Shannon Sharpe. Because I'm going to break down some levels that y'all probably haven't even thought about. I'm going to break it down. And then I'll probably end up doing another video that just talks about, probably the Poly Rob podcast, that just talks about things that you can do to protect yourself in this industry. Because it's important, man. You have to protect yourself in this industry. And it's going to be a lot of information that I was taught while me being in the industry that could possibly help you guys. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. You know what I'm saying? The content is back. We getting to it. I appreciate y'all. Let's get those subscribers up. Let's get those likes up. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm is always algorithm for the creators like me. So I appreciate it, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Peace, love, and workload.